Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow clones. This time I decided if I'm going to make a claim that I made an invincible ship that pretty much breaks the game, I might as well show it first. So here we go. I'll have the build at the end. Let's see if I can get it done. Now, I usually play worse when I talk, so bear with me. I might say a few things and then stop. I'm going to try to keep this as PG-13 as I can. And honestly, I just clicked on a Okkar. I think. I'm not really sure. But we'll see. And we'll really test this thing out. So here's my scout. I'm just going to sneak up to something. This is turning out okay already. And let's just go invincible. Alright, let's stay invincible, shall we? And what's happening is as long as you kill like 2 enemies, you can pop on your alt off and on and pretty much just stay invincible the whole time. Now what you can do also is there's invincibility that's tagged onto the entropy new device. So once your entropy comes back up, you can get a double dose, and if you time it just right, you get a little bit longer. Honestly, I'm not all that great at timing my entropy and my... Oh, there's an elite. Let's go this way. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There it is. I was not invincible for a split second, but that didn't seem to matter. Alright, so now we have entropy back. Do I really want to do this? I could. Let's go and be... Alright, and we'll just get it. What we did is we just attacked a bigger ship. It was a bomber or something. And we got 2 blasts of that. Yeah, there was a delayed reaction. We're just going to stay invincible here until... Oh, that's our enemy. Whoops. The joys of cloaking. Oh, yeah. No, I don't have to do that. Now, at the end of the round, I built this ship so that your ult automatically generates. Some of you out there will probably already realize how I did that. There's a new piece of equipment that's allowed us to do that. Now, there's our ult is back up and running. Let's pick something. Mines. 0. Oh, I don't really like energy damage because there's just no... There's really no reward for that. And you have to play like long-range sniping. I'm not a big fan of long-range sniping. As you can see, most all my kills I'm shooting sub 1,000 meters. So let's go for the mines. Shouldn't have too much problem with the mines. Because I'm going to be invincible, right? All the time. That's what we're going to try to do. There might be a small percent of the time that I'm not. Like when I'm starting here and I'm looking for something big to kill. Oh, right there. And we have the BB gun here. And because the scout... Oh, there's no one. If you go after that too soon, though... You'll waste. Try not to waste. There we go. Now it's dead. And we were invincible most of the time. I did go uninvincible for a split second because you do have to, within like 5 seconds, you've got to kill 2 of these little guys. It does take a split second for your ult to turn off and on. So with the entropy at the very beginning, you don't have to worry too much about it. Oh, yeah, we'll get entropy again and go after this guy. There we go. Now I just figured out something. The reason why I got entropy so fast, so I think I have 50% cooldown on the reliquary. Oh, just everything's going up. Let's try that. And what you can do here, you don't really have to fight anything. I know I've seen people with video where they're zooming around at the end trying to get their alt back. I could go invincible again. Alright, invincible again for a few couple seconds. 5, I think. Yeah. And then just let my alt rebuild on its own. There's my alt. See, it's not really a speedrunner. This is more of just a ship that lets me invincible as long as we can. And I hate the bubble. Yeah, just be invincible anytime you want. Alright. Slowly repair their hulls or corrosion. Huh. Well, my executioner, you can notice now that's what I'm using. It doesn't really care about repairing hull or not. It's instant kill. So let's do this one. Hopefully I won't stop too long and wait before I get my invincibility going again. Okay. Oh, great. We started off. Gotta watch the action. Yeah. And then let's go kill something else. There we go. Got our alt ready. And then kill a couple things around the ship. Hey. Alt's ready again. Here I don't want to waste my rockets on just exhausting everything. And I'd say that turned out pretty well. That's the power of the tactical, especially when the tactical beam, well, we got the reliquary with 50% down, but I'm not using anything really to bring my, yet anyway, I'm not using any device rechargers. I'm trying to actually do this without them. I'm trying not to use, oh, there's entropy. Okay, cool, let's go after a big guy, because that was our entropy. Just gotta wait and make sure we stay invincible. And then we're still invincible. I guess I could. I don't have to mess around with these missiles and I'm talking too much, I forgot to go invincible. That's okay. Ooh, I thought I got a hard reset. Now for some reason lately I've been getting kicked out. Oh, that was weird. Something slippery. That's okay. We don't really care too much about these little things, do we? Oh, Okkar. Thought maybe I was messing with them a little too long. They are the bigger guys. They're not just a one-shot. These guys are one-shot. And you have those drones, like I said earlier, that are killing stuff for you too. Oh, and we're done. So here we can just run away. My missile defense system right now is done. Everything's gonna pop back up. Let's try not to hit a meteor, right? Oh yeah, an asteroid. The ult's back. All of our devices are back. We haven't even used one yet. Oh, that's 3 already. Okay. Let's go back. Okay, what's we got? Boss spawns an energy sealed. Ah, this one, the Ark's gonna try to kill me. Now, I think I'm invincible from the Ark too, but you have to time it perfect in order to not get killed by the Ark. So I'm probably gonna use a bubble just to kind of play it safe here a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna be a little bit careful with the Ark. Now, what's weird is you can't lock onto the cores. That's weird. I didn't get my full And I really hope there isn't invincible. Oh, come on, there's a structure right over one of the cores. So we're going to go invincible ourselves. One core down. 2 cores down. And let's just find a bubble. Alright. So only 2 cores. That wasn't very good. Alright. Did I kill it? I think I did. Yes, I did. I'm going to go over here. Aw, man. Now, I was trying to get that. Looks like I got 1 3D death from my reliquary. Thank you, reliquary. I gotta remember to get out here and shoot a couple of these. There we go. Get this back. Now, please don't be over the top. No, it's not. See, so we do still have a problem here of invincible. So I'm gonna do this before. And I did. And I was invincible right when it hit. The timing was so kind of wonky, I can't quite say. I was invincible for the explosion, for the arc explosion. Alright. I'm not 100% satisfied with that because we did have 1 death. Because what did I forget? I forgot to kill 2 things to recharge. Killing the cores does not recharge your ultimate. Yeah. But we won. I have done that without a reliquary with this scout, and I've done it with the bubbles. Yep, it is possible. I know they're hard. Just gotta hug along the middle. You hug right along the ship, and then you shoot stuff that's kind of off to the side to regain your invincibility. And then just keep kind of chugging along right along the side and hopefully work your way through the bubbles. All right, this is getting a little long, so here we're going to jump right into the build. I'm not going to mess with this. All right, so first we go, let's do the perks. See, I didn't even use close call. Don't need it. I know. Come on, cut me some slack. I died, but what? So if I had close call, I would have had 1. So if you want to use close call, fine. It's like a cheat code, but I wasn't using it. Anywho, let's see. Downtime warrior. I wasn't using play it safe because, like I said, don't really need it. Downtime warrior keeps that. You know, I don't really even need this. There's another trick I'll show you that I don't really need downtime warrior either in the build. But I had it there just so I could show play it safe's off. I'm not using that either. I love critical hits. Exploitation. We're not exploiting a lot. I could have used my EMP more so this would kick in. But I have it my EMP and my tactical artillery are kind of linked together. So I didn't really use that very much. You get that double. I love that double artillery when the entropy wears off. You just hit it again. That's great. Was using. Okay, this is the big one. Ulterior motive. You absolutely need to use this to maintain your invincibility. This gets your ult bumping back up so that you can turn it off and on. If you notice, as a scout, I hardly ever was cloaked. I was just using my cloak as an invincibility button, basically. Off, on, invincible. All right, here we go. Love Symphony. You saw that kick in a couple times. We had huge explosions especially when that one cargo ship blew up. That was fun. All right. And what makes this all possible? Well, I went and I just recently rebought a ship. I wanted to do different passives that actually mean something. You know, just set a timer, watch Netflix, I don't know, chill. And every 10 minutes, come back, swap your ships out. to see what's there or not. Go back and see what Kato's offering. So here's what we got. Okay, stay there. My mouse freaks out sometimes. Okay, here we go. 30% increased weapon range. Well, you know there's a weapon that needs it, right? You saw me mention it, the barrage, yeah, the barrage blaster, affectionately known as the BB gun. Here's what makes it all possible right here. Gain 5 seconds of that invincibility. Say that 5 times fast. After Shadow Strike ends. That's why I'm just spamming my alt off and on. But how do I spam my alt? Well, you already saw a little bit. You saw that I'm using no shield, and I'm using the ulterior motive. Is that what it was called? Yeah. Yeah, right there. Boom. Ulterior motive. All right. Back to the ship. Back to the passives. Here we go. 20% increased device activation range. Why not? I mean, if we're going to fly a scout, even though I do everything close combat anyway, with a scout, this is just here because it was here. I mean, there's other ones you can get. Some of them you can't double up on. I think this 50% reduce spread is an exclusive one. I might be wrong on that, but this really, really helps the BB gun. I know there's all kinds of people out there that have tried to use power oscillator. They use a set bonus and they try to do this and do that. On the scout, you get the passive right off the bat, so you don't have to build anything else. It's just there. You're not taking up any other spaces. Just get this one here and your BB gun becomes amazing. I probably honestly should use it more. Okay, here we go. This, when I do use play it safe, this is kind of out of a habit. When I do use play it safe, I put this on hard reset, and I usually have another thing here, annihilator, no, corrosion. I usually do corrosion over here, and that helps to reset play it safe over and over again. I think I mentioned that in another video. This time we didn't do that because don't need to. This stuns it, hopefully exploitation gets going. Get the artillery. It's kind of funny, how, like I said before, how this kicks in late. So like 3 seconds after you've already got done with your entropy, if you've used a device charger to fire 2 of these or 3 of these or whatever, because you can get 3 or 4 at least going all before entropy ends. And I'll do that on some of the non-Okkar frigate runs. I'll hit it with 3 or 4 artillery beams by using my device chargers. Anyway, and I got this one set. I was just, yeah, why not? Just hit extra, make it hit extra stuff around it. I mean, yeah, I could have done these other things, but whatever. Here's the big one, entropy. Now look, invincibility. For each enemy killed while active, you gain 2 seconds of invincibility. I saw that and went, huh, why not pair that with the passive invincibility? And you can just bounce back and forth between the two with some chargers. I would recommend take 3 chargers with you and use entropy more often than I did. I've done this so many times that, I wasn't too worried about it. And so your best friends are the drone carriers. When you see the drone carriers, go right at them, hit your entropy, get all the drones to die, get the drone carrier to die. I unloaded missiles onto it. Well, not missiles. I unloaded rockets onto it. And I got a ton of extra. I think it resets though if you do your alt, and I accidentally did that. But you can get tons. You can get 8 seconds. 8 seconds of extra invincibility. That's plenty of time for your alt with this setup to kick in. What do we got here? And then I probably could do another warfare thing, honestly. But I was using missile defense system to make my rockets more powerful with an attribute, with a modifier, whatever. So that's why this is here. And I've said it before, I use the SH shields way too much, so I have a habit of just ignoring missiles. Yeah. Even ignore the detonator drones to my demise sometimes, like I think I did this time. Anywho, let's go on right to the build, what you've all been looking for anyway. So, our trusty true friend here, in my opinion, best weapon for rifts, because it does not care. Lunacy 100, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000. If it ever went up, it probably won't. But this is just gonna fully charge kills. That's it. I have like I hate everybody one where it's just 20% across the line for everything, like Okkar, capital, blah blah blah. Didn't use it this time because I don't think it works all that great. This kind of works better if you guys have better attributes for the executioner. Please hit me up, send me, say, hey, these are better, these work better. But this is what I kind of settled on. I'm bypassing armor, bypassing shield. I'm going and getting 20% extra on everything. Remember, yeah, you probably know this. The rifts, everything are ancient controlled. I got my own little extra barrage going here. And then this is, I think, the most important one. It doesn't tell you what, if it's a 60% like a missile or a bomb, mine. It just says shots destabilize. Okay, I gotta assume that's 100% destabilization. Anyway, sure feels like it. And then almost to 20,000 kills with it. Wow. Okay. And here's our BB gun. I just made this one a couple nights ago. Actually, I think I finished it this morning. And once again, we went bypass shield, and then there is so many hits on this. Oh, this is a powerful one. Oh, I have a rapid one on my Vindicator. I should have used that. So anyway, use a rapid one next time. So, so should have used a rapid because then you get more critical hits because this is 34 point something 3 or something. I don't know. And so you just have a tiny little bit of extra critical hits. But this helps out a ton. And then reflecting. It's kind of, this is sort of my spray and pray weapon. If I'm shooting, like you saw me do, I'm shooting a big ship and I'm not getting it to die, this is bouncing off and hitting other smaller ships. And if they die, if my drones do their job and kill a couple maybe, with all this extra damage going on, then I can immediately keep my invincibility going with my ult. So that's why this is like this. Attack a big ship, maybe get some collateral damage. That was the hopes anyway. And then here, of course, once again, they're all ancient controlled. And then this is kind of left over from an old build. I just left it in here. I put dual det on it. I never just shoot them down to 3 and let them fire, dumb fire. I just use them when I need them. I just let these dumb fire pretty much the whole time unless I was in the entropy. So I immediately get them back when entropy is over. Otherwise, I'm letting these just dumb fire. And then let's see here. And then I want all 10 of them at the end. So for the big booms. Oh, this isn't 100% either. So this should be, if you want this better, a marksman. Get it as a marksman. Wow, I needed to clean. I gotta clean up this build. It's not 100%, but it did the work. Cannot be intercepted. Blah blah blah. You might want to put can refund. You won't see, extra 30% per second because there is no damage. I don't think that helps. I don't even think you can get it on this missile. Probably the ammo one, refund ammo, should be on here. Yeah, I'll probably re-roll this later. And then parable rockets. Now, what's wild about this, reason why I chose these guys, is I really like guns. And when I find an Okkar, this works for me just like a gun, especially at the very beginning when I use entropy. We had to run and hide in the bubbles. That kind of sucked. I didn't want to be a guinea pig and see if it could survive Invincible, survive the arc too. I think it can, but anyway. So these I just fire like a gun. If you use entropy, they're not as powerful during that 10 seconds, but there's so many of them you can get through all 6. Well, no, what are you doing? You're hitting 9 cores basically. 3, 3, 4, 3, 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9. In 9 cores, yeah. 9 cores. So you can get, you don't even need any, do I have them here? You don't need any of these. Use secondary supplies. You don't need them. Don't need them if you have these. And you can just, entropy. If you want to fire these off, you can always spam these back. They're powerful enough to do damage, with 10 seconds of firing. Okay, so what I put on them, I could clean this up too. Chance to, they're gonna fix my hull, yay. We're shooting so close, this doesn't really matter. But that's nice. And then Okkar, I'm not sure if these stack or not. I was hoping they did, but it didn't seem like the cores died any faster. The core should die faster, right? Well, they're not controlled. And yeah, it's got an ancient controlled ship. Well, anyway, I'm thinking these should stack, but I don't think they do on the cores. Let's go over our ascendancy bonus. Sure, why not? Your hull is regenerated 50% of the shield damage you take. Your hull is repaired for 50% of the shield damage you take. We don't have a shield. Don't care. All right, and then, but I have used this setup. I think I didn't use on my Vindicator. Didn't think I used that. Maybe I did. Anyway, so this doesn't do anything for you. But the next one, these 2 permanent Okkar combat drones, yay. They are out there constantly killing for you. And every now and then they'll pick off a small, drone here or there. And your ult suddenly pops back on. It's like, yay, I only had to kill one other drone or whatever. One little one before I'm invincible again. Yay. Let's see here. There's a trick here I did. Okay, this is how we got our ult back so fast. Notice I didn't even use ult regeneration on this. As far as, well, I hate it when my mouse is doing some funky things. So I went critical hit. I went destabilized. And you kind of see why there. My armor, yeah, hint, hint. And then I'm not cloaked very often, but this is sort of left over. I left this on here. If you want to use this ship like a standard stay out and shoot, like fish in a barrel from 2,500 out or farther, fine, go ahead. But I think that kind of play is really, really boring. I like to get right up in the face and just fly through the nuts and bolts of my enemies, and all the green blood, yay. Anyway, so, but what this is doing is that ult. See that ult right there? 1% per second. So if we're bouncing it off on, we only need just like 3 or 4 seconds, and it's all the way back up. Even if we miss and we don't kill. Oh, I should mention my my auto aim, the aim assist, aim assist is on default. I didn't even crank it up for the video. If you really want to challenge, crank it down. You pixel to pixel, you can't hit nothing. I just use my BB gun for the whole time then. All right, here we go. There's a trick here. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So see this here where it says 50% damage dealt to enemy shields is restored to your weapons and boost energy. Well, great. I'm constantly pick them off. All the little ones, so I'm getting all this right back to my weapons boost and so I probably don't even need downtime warrior. I could probably bump it, use play it safe again, but I don't really even need that. I could pick the other one but it's only a 10% chance if I'm hit, so that's kind of lame. Anyway, to reset my devices, but so That never seemed appealed to me. Anywho, let's see. 30% reduced energy output while your shield is down. So is this always down? It's not there. So does this hurt or not? I think it doesn't. I mean, I'm killing stuff so fast. How do I know? But I honestly think that this 30% reduced energy output does not work when you run the SH shield. Try it yourself. Other builds do different things, but I'm hoping this isn't a bug that's fixed, because this is great. You saw me use my railgun the entire time, and I never ran out of energy. And it's the Swift one. Never had to worry about it. So I don't think this weakness kicks in at all. All right, and then mention this. Tides. So we want alt back constantly for that invincibility, like I've been saying way too much. Hit a shot now, guys. Every time I hit invincible. Nah, I'm just saying invincible. Yeah. Just kidding. So we got tides. Of course, we got hexaspatial because we want to do our altar stuff too. But yeah, this isn't a great one. Firepower, but firepower, precision, unicorn, expertise. Love that. That's my favorite attributes to put on here. 11 seconds, 9. I wouldn't chaos roll this one. You want that to say 12 and 1,000, hopefully, or maybe closer, at least 12. Get that multiplier. So I wouldn't chaos roll that one. Here I chaos rolled this one, and I got lucky. Yay! 48% chaos. What? 48% chaos. Yep, it's possible. I got another one that had 17.1 armor. Oh, this is weird. Huh. I swear, just a few nights ago, my armor and my repair flip-flopped. I don't know what they were doing, if they were working on something, but... And I had some crashes and weird stuff. Anyway, so now the armor is back on top there. Armor and repair per kill. 13's great. 6, 48. Can't ask for more. All the attributes. Unicorn again. Firepower, precision, utility, experience. That's what I always look for. All above 500. 570 even. Wow. And so this is constantly buffing up everything for kill, kill, kill. That's how you see some of the bigger ships go down so fast. And this BB gun, getting all that extra, it's a work of art. I love it. Together we stand. Why not shoot faster, right? See how it says that? Chargeable weapons gain 50% increased charge speed. So we're killing things way faster because we don't have to worry about this charging up as much. We got 50% reduced charge speed. This is optimized too. So what do we put? We put, oh, I gotta fix this too. Oh man, that's funny. I swapped this out with my Vindicator. I forgot. So yeah, this should probably say blaster instead of coil gun. So my blaster would be even more effective. So I could kill the cores faster. Oh yeah, I think I mentioned the cores, you can't lock onto them. So if this is on homing, which I have, it sucks. Because they home down toward the bottom or the center bottom of the core of the frigate instead of the core, the actual little cores. So just heads up, don't use homing stuff on the cores. So yeah, I can make this even better. But I want rockets and I want cloaked if I do want to have a real lazy shoot fish in a barrel kind of game, which I usually don't. Okay, this I know a little controversial. Everybody loves the teleporter. I get it. It's faster. Can't have the teleporter, use a fusion hook. Well, then there's 2 devices used up right there. I mean, why not have room for other things? So when I use this, I don't have to worry about any devices. It's always there. It's always working. It buffs up so fast that I never have to worry about boost, especially when this is kicking in, right? Weapons and boost without a weakness? Yeah. Okay, so there we go. And this is not a unicorn. So I probably should swap this out. I think my Vindicator now has all my best stuff. So, so if that said firepower, you know, precision, utility, and experience, I'd love that better. 18's not bad. I've had some that say 20. It's what you want. Here, now this I didn't really need to put this on. Kind of did. I guess I could have ran something else with. No, I needed something for the tides. So you could even put Bob here. Works great. You could put something else here, but you got to have the 2 tides to make this work. So this rounds off the tides bonus, and so you get that 30% increased alt generation. In my opinion, these just nah, because this gives you a handicap with your shield. Your shield's, you know, down when you don't want it, unless you have to build around the handicap, and then it doesn't work on a Vanguard. And then here you've got deals primary weapons damage. There's so many better ways to get to 20% than to use 2 other spots or 2 other catalysts. So I don't even bother with anything ever more than 2 tides. With my opinion, I think if you're using more than 2 tides, you're wasting resources and wasting potential for the rest of your build. Yeah, I said it. Sorry. Hope I'm not offending anybody out there. Sure, if you got your 4 tides runners, go on, have fun. You know, if it works for you, great. But you know, two works for me. All right. That's really about it. I don't think there's any much more to say about this. You could run 2 of these here if you screw up like I did and forgot to when I was against the Okkar thing, yeah, and I didn't shoot other stuff, just the cores. So I was trying to turn my invincibility on again, and I didn't. I got hit and I died, but the reliquary saved me. Yay! And like I said, if you use close call, that would have been the same thing anyway, so no big deal. But don't really need the damage boost. It's kind of cool to, you know, destroy the capital ships all that faster, or the bigger ships all that faster. But I would probably recommend putting this here, just in case you screw up the rhythm and you miss. All right. No, it's not something for the like really less than gifted pilot. It takes some skills to get those 2 kills to keep that up and running. Real fast to zero in on stuff you can one-shot. But if you get that rhythm going, then yeah, what, 95, 99, you go back, I don't know, do the math. Was I invincible over 90% of the time? I don't know. I think I was. So really hoping they don't nerf this. I made a couple of do-nothing vessels before, and I mentioned my Vindicator too many times in this video already. This is getting too long, guys. I was trying to keep it under 20. I know I'm way over. But there's a build. I hope you guys like it. Here's what it looks like. Yeah. We got I call it Ripley's Nightmare. It's even got teeth. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of mirrored and wet looking, and it looks like a xenofort, whatever they call that, from Alien. So Ripley's Nightmare. Alright, I'm being goofy enough. It's getting late. I gotta go to bed. Hope you enjoyed that, and happy hunting.